Welcome back to the GSL 2012 Blizzard Cup. I am Wolf. With me is Keller. We are in the semifinals.
Yes, we are, and we have a treat in front of us. We have an amazing ZvZ, and then we have the last toss standing, the last Zealot. He's still alive.
He's still alive, man. He has been making Protosses everywhere. Oh, so proud.
Yeah. And in his interview, he said that the spirits of all the Protoss players out there were with him, that he had the Spirit Bomb ready. Apparently, a big Dragon Ball fan. Parting is ready for today's semi-final. But he's up against an opponent that he lost to in the GSL Code S without taking a single map. He lost to Sniper already once. Today, the cards are mixed once again, though.
Sniper is like the only person who's been able to stop this guy, if you think about it.
Yeah.
In all the tournaments he's played in the last month, nobody has stopped him except Sniper, basically. Parting is on a roll, especially with his PvZ. He was able to beat Violet in a nail-biting series yesterday that lacked a little bit of pathogen glands in game number 5.
Yeah, but we had a lot of Mothership to make up for that. Mothership, I don't want to say Mothership rush, but a very early one on Entombed Valley with a strategy that nobody really expected.
It was a timing attack with a Mothership that no one's really ever seen before.
Yeah, exactly. And he hit it well and completely surprised Violet there. The last map, on the other hand, as Wolf already mentioned, lacked pathogen glands just a tiny little bit, and Violet realized that the second before he typed GG, he realized something is wrong here.
Yeah, he started it, put it on the production tab for us to see. It was actually a little bit sad to watch his defeat there. You could see how frustrated he was in the camera shot.
It was a little bit heartbreaking, but a very entertaining series nonetheless. Parting was the hero, but now we have, of course, once again another ZvZ, because the other story of yesterday was Life taking down DRG. And while we guys have, well, for you guys, we have everything prepared.
Yeah, you can see the overview. We had very close series. Not only were the games close, but the scores were as well. 3-2. Life and Parting did advance, and that's why we're going to see them play against Leenock and Sniper, the two players who were able to get first place in their groups to go straight to the semifinals.
Life with a 3-2 over DRG after a 2-0 lead. DRG took 2 games and was very close to defeating Life, but the Startail player closed the series, advanced, and is now facing Leenock.
Yeah, Leenock, man, this guy has won so much. He's one of the youngest players. Everybody remembers his game against Clyde on Jungle Base, and he's come so far since then. He has not yet been able to get his GSL title. And you know, this isn't really a Code S tournament, but he's playing against Code S champion, so it basically gives him the same amount of joy, I think, knowing that he's made it all the way to the round of 4 here.
This is an amazing series that we have in front of us, and those players, they are so incredibly good that it's just, it's amazing. Right now we have our ZvZ starting first with Antigua Shipyard being map number 1. Leenock won his group. In Group A, he placed before Parting and DRG, therefore he got a spot right in the semifinals. And Life, on the other hand, he placed second in Group B after Sniper, and therefore we now have him up against Leenock in another Zerg vs Zerg series after the young Startail player was yesterday able to defeat the final boss of Team MVP.
Here are our maps, by the way. You can see that this time both players have played ZvZs on every single map. You can see there's a few maps that they haven't played too often on. Belshire Vestige, only 1 map played for both players.
And you know, today I expect it to be a little bit different. Yesterday we saw both players heading into the late game ZvZ time after time. Today, on the other hand, Leenock is a player who really loves an early pool. The same was true for DRG before he started into the round of 6. We saw him in the games against Leenock with a 10 pool with gas. But Leenock is just a player that has so many different strategies that he can use. And in a lot of the mirror match that he played in the last 2 weeks, he used an early pool and tried to be the aggressor. I feel that's something that we're going to see today.
Yeah. I think we'll see it. I mean, in a best of 5, you'll probably see one of those at least once in the series with so many different strategies possible. There are certain maps, like 2-player maps, that you see it on more often. For example, you know, you probably won't see it on Whirlwind, but for the same reason that you probably won't see it on Whirlwind, it's really surprising if someone goes for an early pool there, so that might catch somebody off guard a little bit.
And we are getting ready for game number 1. Leenock to the left, the Leenocktopus. Just look at these results for him. He was able to win against Hero, to win against Parting. He won against MVP. The only loss against the Zerg player.
He's chatting with me right now in the chat. He just typed knock in all caps, so I just typed Noctopus, and he replied to me, no, Leenock King. He wants to be the king.
Please, not another unit king. Stay with the Leenocktopus, my friend. That is what you're known for.
Oh, there he is, though, in the booth, just messing around with Life. They're making a lot of jokes. Life claims he thinks he's going to take it 3-0, and Leenock says, listen, if it's a 3-0, that's no fun.
Earlier was quite funny. Squirtle defeated FXO kind of single-handedly in the IPTL, so I joked with Choya a little bit and made a bit of fun of him, and Leenock just got his makeup done. He was like, how are you bad manner today? So, yeah, we joked around a little bit. He's in high spirits, but so is Life, the guy who is always cheery. I've never seen him sad once. And just look at those results that he achieved in Group B.
They both are just in a good mood right now, actually, just joking around the chat. I mean, considering that everything's on the line here, it's good to see two young Zerg players just very calmly and collectively sitting in the booth, just joking around with each other.
Yeah. Live finishing second in his group behind Sniper, and now he is up against Leenock, another ZvZ at the Blizzard Cup 2012. These two guys, they are two of the best Zerg players that we have in the world right now. Two very young players, and Antigua Shipyard being the first map today in our best of 5 in the round of 4.
This is getting pretty tense, man. Zerg versus Zerg, Antigua Shipyard. This sets the pace for the best of 5. It's time for game number 1 at the GSL 2012 Blizzard Cup.
Are you ready for this? You're never gonna get help.
Driving us to use our this magnetic field as our last source of
We are good to go. Zerg versus Zerg, and the game is live. Starting to the left side of the map, we have the FXO player. It is
FXO, Leenock.
Leenock got a spot in the semifinals right away because he finished first in his group, ahead of Parting and DRG. Now he's up against the fellow Zerg player, starting cross position on Antigua Shipyard. To the right side, we have the Startail player who was able to beat DRG just yesterday. It is, of course,
Startail live.
Loves his drone cancel.
and you know what we have here? We talked about it. We both suspected that we might see a little bit of a more aggressive style, especially out of Leenock. And look on the tap, we have Leenock with a pool at 9
And
supply.
Life with a 10 pool.
Both of them trying to be aggressive here. This is what we talked about earlier. This is what we all hoped for. We have both players trying to go for the aggression. This is going to come down to micro.
Look at these match histories for these two players. MLG Fall Championship. We had Life take the win 4-3. We had IPL 5, of course, Leenock 2-0 there. And, of course, in the FX Open King of the Hill Korea, number 9. I think I might have even casted one of those. Life was able to win. And, you know, it's so interesting we have these two pools this early. When I saw Life with the 10th drone mate, I actually just thought he was going to do his normal extractor trick, but in reality, he goes for the fast pool. Now, this could be really weird. We're going to see both Lings actually meet before they reach either player's base, and so it's going to be a micro war in the middle of the map, and then who's going to transition first? That's going to be the question.
With the build that we have, Life ends up having one drone over his opponent, which also means that he used one lava more for drones than he does now for Zerglings, which could end up being really important here in the end. The timings are a little bit different, how you get the overlord when you build the pool, 9 pool against 10 pool, and therefore a few more Lings on the map for Leenock at this point.
Yeah, he also didn't get the queen. That's something that Life has started right now, which is going to be great for him defensively.
And Life realizes it, of course. He has his overlord out, so the first thing that he does is like, whoop, I guess I am going to retreat now, and that's what he does, but he's going to be scouted by his opponent's overlord. And the reason why he walks back is that he knows, with his timing, and with Leenock already having 6 Zerglings in the first group that heads to the top right, he will not be able to face him in the middle of the map. He has to wait at his own base, where his own units will be there a little bit faster, and therefore he can equalize the small difference in timings that we had.
Now, what our observer just highlighted there specifically is that Leenock has no gas yet. Life, as soon as he saw that, like you said, he pulled back, but he also took some defensive measures. He got his own gas and took a hatchery, so he's going to be able to have Ling speed way faster than his opponent. Leenock went for the double extractor cancel here, so still is not going to have any gas. Yeah, he's going to have that queen out just a little bit faster because he was supply block. He has to make that overlord, but This is going to become a problem for him slowly but steadily in this game. Leenock will have the better wing count, though, in the middle of the map, and a really nice micro, in fact.
At this point, the two openings basically cancelled each other out. Both wanted to be aggressive, but then they realized what was happening, fall back into an expansion play, and the huge difference, as Wolf already mentioned, is the gas. That is what it comes down to. Life will have the earlier speed upgrade. He didn't start it just yet, though. There we go.
Slight ling advantage to Leenock here. Great micro. Cutting off one of his opponent's lings. Is going to get one here, maybe? Oh, nice micro by Life. Could have lost more there. Needs to make sure he keeps his queen protected. In fact, he steps a little bit too far forward. Leenock wants to punish, but there are too many supporting lings.
Yeah, he has to be careful here. But the thing about Leenock and Life now is that with the early gas that we had for Life, he will have speed first, which is of course like a little bit obvious having it on the production tab now. But this means that Life can force the engagement, so Leenock has to back off now. If he stays in the middle of the map, then Life can just get a higher circling count, can run into the middle, take the fight, and he will win it. And Leenock has no chance to get away. So Leenock needs to hug his own base a little bit at this point. He needs to stay behind. He's already building one spine crawler, and with a spine crawler he will be able to work against the aggression of Life as long as he protects his ramp.
Yeah, you're right. The ramp is the most important part on Antigua because the secondary ramp that goes down to the natural can't be protected. It's too far away from the hatchery. You don't have creep there. You can't put a spine crawler or get queens or make a wall.
And there we go. Life is trying to hit this timing. He knows that he has the earlier speed. He saw that with the Overlord early on. So now he's getting a lot of Zerglings out there. Leenock without the gas, well, he has gas now, but he doesn't have the opportunity to get Banelings. So Banelings won't be an issue in the next battle. We have 2 queens for Leenock already at the ramp, and he's trying to get the Baneling nest.
He's got 10 larvae available to him right now. He's waiting. He wants to figure out what's going on. Now he sees it.
Yeah, double spine crawler for him right away because he knows that he's at a disadvantage.
Yeah, he's got to make sure this is a tight little wall here. He's got a drone ready to make another structure if he needs to.
And here we go,
trying to get through a little bit, but the queens are doing a bunch of extra damage. They've saved energy here.
He's trying to take down these spine crawlers. The Zerglings are nearly gone already. Leenock is trying to defend here. He has one spine crawler that's doing a lot. Mining has been denied at the natural, which is the most important point for Life now.
Yeah.
He knows that he can't break through here. There are 2 queens, there are Zerglings, there's a spine crawler, and 2 will finish soon, but at least he can deny mining.
Exactly. He starts additional gases at home while he's got this soft contain on Leenock. Leenock has enough lings now to push down the ramp, so Life pulls back. He didn't have his Baneling nest quickly enough, but he has now a severe drone count.
Yes.
The drone count is 31 to 23, and by severe I mean severely over his opponent.
That's exactly the one point that we have now for Life. With the opening that he chose and the follow-up, with the earlier speed, he could pressure Leenock a lot, and Leenock is the one who had to sacrifice Lava and of course also Jones. Nice Baneling hit here for Life, really well done, and trying to take on his opponent's Banelings as fast as possible. Life playing a great game here, and Leenock is in a very, very weird situation now.
Yeah, this is not comfortable.
Not at all.
For him, and he knows what's going on. He's just got to try to get his drone count back up and recover himself. Like, tech-wise, maybe he needs to take a third base a little bit faster than his opponent. He knows he's got to take a risk at this point. He's moving out with these Banelings, trying to force Life's hand, but Life is just going to run around him like, I don't know, just trying to... I'm struggling to find an analogy here, but Leenock is pinned.
Yeah, Leenock is pinned down at home, and this is just a great performance so far by Life. He's really making the right decisions here. He's already heading into his lair tech. Leenock is trying to hit a bit of a timing though. He just realizes that at this point he might be able to attack, to be aggressive. Baneling detonate was decent, but the big issue is that he now has 20 Zerglings on the map and he's building another 18, and this might give him the opportunity to attack here. Life has to identify it. He needs a few Banelings at home.
Yeah, he doesn't have an Overlord very close to where Leenock would walk down his ramp because he extended some creeps so the Overlords are pushed back by queens. So he's going to have no information about this until it comes literally at his doorstep.
Leenock knows how far behind he is at this point. He knows it, and he's trying to end this game now. He's trying to move in, and Life does not have a single Baneling. He's just teching, and he has no idea. Now he sees it, and now he needs to get Zerglings out. He needs to get Banelings. He needs something. The Queen is already dying.
Queen is gone, and that's very important here. That Queen could have been so useful for transusers. Making 22 Banelings with his ZvZ.
Oh my god.
At the 10:30 minute.
Coming down to Micro once again. If Life can get his own Banelings in there, but it doesn't really look like it. A lot of the spine crawlers hit points are already gone. Did he lose it? Yes, he lost the spine
I don't think
already.
he has enough to defend. There's way too many Banelings. A few roaches are coming out here. Evolution Chamber looks like it's going to fall.
The first few drones are dying here. The detonates could have been better, but Banelings now in the main base.
One Baneling hits the spawning pool,
Oh
but
my
drones
God.
go down.
Oh my god, that hurts so much. He killed 14 and he killed the Zerglings as well. The Harvester count is equalized, but Life is still ahead and Life has the drones out. Sorry, the roaches out, and he has already his tech to there completed.
Unbelievable micro from Life in that fight. You know, he pulled his drones from the natural really well, unfortunately losing a lot in his main base, but look at that lair for Leenock. It's way too behind, and I think that with all the roaches Life has out now, he should be able to easily defend this.
It's really a big problem for him. Right now, this is Leenock just struggling to survive. Life lost a lot of Harvesters,
He
but
lost
he
the
was
evolution
so
chamber.
far ahead in the Harvester count that it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Now he has the much bigger army. He's looking at 46 army supply against 14, and he is walking across the map with the roaches. And Leenock, he has a few spine killers, but I don't think that he has enough of them.
I don't think so, but this
is
run
an
by
issue.
could be a big problem. Yeah, he doesn't have any defensive banelings at home. It looks like he's going to go straight for Harvesters, but Life is not turning around. He's actually going to go for the kill. A few lings pop out. The Queen's going to help here as well.
He
Here
will
come
be
the
able to
roaches.
defend. The question is, how much damage can Life deal with this? He's going in. Leenock still has a few Zerglings in the top of his opponent's base, but
It doesn't look like Leenock can
take
hold.
too much down.
Yeah.
This is brutal.
The last of the roaches fall defensively here for Leenock. Roach speed is out for Life, and he's using it, chasing down those roaches. The Baneling, that looks like it will fall as well. The drones come off the line.
He's desperate here. Leenock is going to lose this game, not for a miracle, and there it is.
GG.
Game over. The first win goes to Life with good decision making in game number 1. Very well played. Leenock's aggression did not pay off. Both of them trying to be the aggressor, the initiator in this game, but Life making the better decisions, getting the better economy early on. A fast tech, and Leenock's attack did damage, but just simply not enough.
Yeah, not enough damage. The splits were really good, and he had enough defensive roaches eventually to come out. We had a few weird Baneling detonations. He hit one Baneling on the spawning pool, for example. These little things really started to add up when he was defending. Life was able to counterattack, and I like his choice to not turn around because that's exactly what Leenock wanted him
He
to
can't.
do. Yeah.
At this point, he has so many roaches that he knows exactly if he hits before Leenock has enough spine crawlers on the map, he can take the game. And he knew that with the units that he was building at home, he should be able to defend.
Yeah.
He would definitely lose a few drones, but at this point, it was just much more important to take Leenock down, and that's what he did.
Yeah. So that's how things closed up in game number 1. Just pretty straightforward, getting an early lead with that speed, running with it, and then when Leenock got behind in tech, he realized exactly how to approach the situation. He knew, okay, if I make a bunch of Banelings, maybe I can break through and kill him, but the roach count for Life just barely able to hold him there.
Getting the gas here this early and therefore going straight into speed and then into the attack definitely gave him the edge. Leenock was trying to hit a bit more of timing when he realized, okay, I'm behind. If I try to catch up right now, it's going to be difficult for me. So just hit a timing with speed. A lot of Banelings, and he did damage, but the issue just was we already had the roaches in the game. We had a lot of Banelings for Life as well in the end, and it was just a bit too much for Leenock to handle. Early lead for Life, but we still have at least 2 more maps to go, and Leenock has a plan, I'm sure, for Abyssal City, our second map here in the ZvZ.
Tough map for his third base, good map for Mutas, I feel, in ZvZ. If it comes to that, both players starting very aggressively with early pools last game. We might not see a third base in this map.
Yeah, Leenock has, if he tries to do timing again as he did with the Banelings in the last one, he has to do a bit more damage. The next game is live in just a few seconds, guys. Abyssal City here at the Blizzard Cup 2012.